Welcome to this tutorial. In today's tutorial we are going to learn how to make this hooded dress. It's very easy and beginner friendly. Stay with me as we learn how to make this beautiful dress. I'll start by using a pattern paper to explain. So this is my pattern paper. I already cut it in the shape of a dress. So I'll have the front and the back. I must let you know that this particular style is with a stretchy material. You don't need a zip allowance. So the first thing is to work on the neckline. The neckline has to be wide. It has to be wide. And for the back, you can use maybe 1.5 inch or 2 inches depending on what you want for the back neckline. The only thing is the width. It has to be wide. So you cut the neckline out depending on the type of neckline here you want. So that is my neckline for the back. You see it's very wide. That's the width. That's the back. Now let's go to the front. The front is where we have the drama. Now this front, if you want the neckline to be very plungy, you want it very deep, then you go deep. As deep as you want it to be, that is what you are going to do. So you use the same neck width as the one for the back. Then you now go deep for the front, and whatever shape you want. You adjust the shape according to what you want. It can be V, you can make it V, you can make it U shape, you can whatever design you want the neckline to be. If you want it very deep, if you want it V, if you want it round. So at this point you just do the design and you cut it. Remember, this is the front of the dress, and it is a stretchy material that you will use, like a lycra. So after cutting, this is what it looks like. So the next thing is to join the front and the back at the shoulder. You join the front and the back at the shoulder. After joining, the next thing is to measure around the neckline. You measure around the neckline like this. I have 10 inches. So the next thing is to pick my pattern paper and put the measurements, what I just measured now, which is 10. My pattern paper is on fold, so I'll mark 5 inches. Then I'll add like half an inch for my joining as my joining allowance. Now this is the part, the fold at the neckline. So if you want it to be straight, to be equal, you can go straight like that. But if you want it to be a little bit fuller at the fold part, then you can tint your design maybe like a 2 or 3 inches away at the tip, the way I'm doing now. So you tint it at this point like this. So the next thing is to cut out the pattern. Now I must say that if your fabric is a light fabric like the one I will use at the end of this video, then you have to double the neckline collar or the fold at that neckline. But if your fabric is a thick material or medium weight material, you may not have to double the collar at the neckline. So but since I'm using a very light material, I will have to double. So this is what I have. Now I'll use this fabric to explain the cowl at that neck. So this is the pattern I just cut out. I'll place it on it. The pattern is on fold, so I'll place it like this. My fabric is on fold too at the upper part. So this is it. The upper part will be at the upper part of my folded fabric, and I'll cut it out. So this is what I have. The next thing is to open it up. I'll open up my fabric like this, and I will sew it at that corner, at that edge. I'll sew it. After sewing, I will now fold it into two, and I will attach it to the neckline, around the neckline of my dress. I'll attach it around the neckline of my dress. So let's go to the main fabric so that you understand it, or you will see the practical application. This is the fabric I'll be using. I already cut the shape of my dress. Now it depends on whatever dress you are using. You can make a short dress, and you can make a very long dress, A-line or whatever. So this is just a short dress for this illustration. This is the shoulder. So I want to work on the neckline now. I want to work on the neckline. I came down by 2.5 inches at this point, and the width of my neckline was 5. I used 5. If you want it more, you can go 6 or 7 depending on how wide you want it to be. So I'll join it and cut it out. That's for the back. Now for the front neckline, it depends on the shape you want and how deep you want. Just note that here it will go, the more you go down, the more open your chest will be. If you want the chest to be very open, if you want it to go very deep, you just do whatever you want, whatever shape you want at this point. And I'm okay with the shape I have, I'll cut it out. So after cutting, the next thing is to go join my shoulder, the back shoulder to the front shoulder, and I'll come back and show you what I have. I'm done joining at this point. The next thing is to measure the neckline all around. So I'll measure it all around so that I can use it to cut the collar of this dress. I have 40.5. So this is the collar that we'll have to put on that neckline. I already cut it out. You see how long it is. It is 40 inches. On fold now is 20 inches, and if you want it more, you make it longer than 40 inches. So the next thing is to notch the back, the center back of my dress. I'll place it and I'll sew it around, and that is how to get that folded neckline, or the cowl effect on this particular dress. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do like and drop your comments. So after joining, this is what I have. That is the neckline. That is the excess. When you wear it, this is the inside. I will just take it to my overlocking machine and I'll finish it up. So when I was sewing, I made it right side. I sew at the right side of the dress. This is the final product of the dress with a short sleeve. Thank you so much for watching this video.